All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Please write it down. Why don't you take a moment and get a tablet and a pen? Now, today's thought is very simple. I always put thoughts together and I want people to think out of the, what? I'm not going to say box because there's no such thing as a box. I think whoever created that is a ding dong. Do you want to own it or do you want to control it? Do you want to own it or do you want to control it? I'm live 6 days a week. All right, literally. Classes on Wednesday, Saturday, and Friday as well. So the goodies, you see that's just a couple of goodies I obtained over the years. I got to millionaire and I got to billionaire under corporate structure. Not me, of course. 6 days a week live. You can invite your friends and family too, and they can learn how to play. See, we're going to basically do one thing today. You can't record, you can't take pictures. Write it down to get it here, please. Ultimate goal. Become. You to become and could be the millionaire corporation. Draw the diagram in front of you, please. Every corporation should have divisions. All corporations are entitled to subsidiaries or divisions. That's the only way you can make sure you never bring the pain home again. So understand today you've watched the banks, from Bank of America to Chase, to U.S. Bank, to Wells Fargo, and if you watch Sam's Club do the same thing. They shut down locations, literally they bankrupt the pieces, they write off on their taxes, and they stay in business. You watch 11 cities do this as well. So let's understand something today. They're all still in business. I want you, again, to write down the thought of the day. All right, do you want to own it or do you want to control it? Okay, that's what I want you to do. We're going to talk about do not bring the pain home, stop doing that, become a certified CFO, and program you into millionaire. It's very simple. And I can say, because I brought my first millionaire by the time I was 14 and a half. I invented the electric skateboard as a kid. I invented car finder and all kinds of good stuff that you probably use in your house today. It's kind of fun. But again, it's going to be a choice. We're going to talk about Mr. Buffett, the billionaire, up and away. He owns 100 plus companies. He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen Seeds Candy, Bridge Jewelry, Fruit of the Loom. See, he's playing the game. I want you to think about something today. He's leveraging. Every business he's ever obtained, he borrows the money to buy the business because borrowed money is not taxable. So he's learning how to leverage the money and he's playing the game. My question is, why aren't you playing the game? You're going to say you don't have the money? All it takes is corporate credit to write it all off and go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. There's no excuses anymore. You're stuck with me. Kind of fun. Now, Geico is one of Mr. Buffett's companies. 2 weeks ago, they shut down 38 locations, 38 offices. They're millions and millions of dollars, lays off thousands of people. That's a business decision. Now, understand something. A lot of companies do leave California because of the way they treat companies. But let's understand something today. He made, or somebody made a decision in his organization. They get a tax credit. When they bankrupt all the crap that they want to bankrupt, they get a tax credit. See, when we screw up, we the people, we tend to bring the pain home. That stops as of today. I want you to have that diagram in front of you again. Corporation in 3 divisions. I don't want the pain coming home ever again. Now, let's understand something. When I was a little kid, ripping up magazines, pretending this is my mommy and my daddy, I didn't get real ones. Or even all these rich and famous people I kept studying since I was a kid, I looked behind the curtain. All right, no matter what. How did they get that? What happened? So I believe none of you bothered to look behind the curtain. And I think that's why you brought the pain home. Let's see if we can correct that today. So the 14th Amendment of the Constitution allows a corporation since 1869, July 9th, to be known as a corporation. It's a legal person. Has more rights than you and me. My legacy is left to my family through corporation and structure. You see, I want you to understand something. This cell phone, when I take this cell phone today, did I pay tax when I bought it? Of course. Because they want to charge you tax. If whatever it is, if I left this cell phone in an irrevocable trust or a trust, all right, and when I die, my family would receive the phone and have to pay tax again. I think that's called stupid. Okay? And you're not stupid. What you do sometimes is stupid. So if I leave everything into a corporation, my officers are my family. They get to take over the corporation when I die. They don't inherit anything. They become the puppet masters. You see, do you want to own it or do you want to control it? What you think of the thought of today? The biggest problem reaching your goal is you. You really don't know how to play the game. Sorry, it's true. So today I'm going to show you there's 1,000 steps to millionaire. These are the steps that I used to get to that first million when I was 14 and a half years old. So let's understand, I'm live 6 days a week. I have no excuses, and as of today, neither will you. I want to give you back your money when you get my programs. 100% or times 13. All right, I want to put it in personal business credit. All right, right back to you. Now, you might recognize some of my, clients. I'm known as the Incorporator for Rich and Famous People, too. It's kind of fun. Doesn't matter if it's Arnold, doesn't matter if it's Sly, doesn't matter if it's Superman for Gold's Gym, college professor too, guy on the news, homeless people coming out of the car, living there for 3 years. Kid out of college, no problem. Giovanni works for Pixar, $1.6 million. Little Karen bought properties, $1.2 million in 9 months. She's got her little, YouTube videos and on TV? Kind of fun. But again, I like helping rich and famous people. They tend to listen better than most of you. Okay, and then they follow through. All right, now it's like the people coming out of prison. Free Ray Ricky Ross after 20 years in prison. Here's some gold platinum cards up to a couple million. Thomas in prison for 26 years. Within 5 months, enough money to get the dump business going with millions of dollars too. See, you have to understand, you probably had what I call a kitchen table meeting with you, yourself, or your partner of life. Gonna start a business, honey. Oh, goody. Let's hawk the house. Let's screw up the credit cards. Let's bring the pain home. Well, that's what you did. It's the only thing that's true. So you got choices today. All right? Never bring the pain home again. Write down today's date and project 90 working days. It's just a couple more goodies I obtained. Now, the third quarter begins. That means countdown. You have literally 130 days to get your foundation set up now. That's your 750 score. That's corporation and divisions. They need to be set up now. What I like to talk about is getting the cash credit cards. Why? Because you get to write off the interest rate in the credit card, and it's free money. Then I like to talk about checkbook money, up to $5 million. Is that okay? Come January. So understand, this should be your goal now. So my journey, simple. Come on. I'm born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. She's only 15 and a half years old. If I was a girl, that's what the letter she wrote me was. If I was a girl, she'd want to keep me. Oh, well, what can I say? Well, am I going to go boo-hoo-hoo? No. You see, my journey started out basically in what? Your journey today begins with me. We take away all the excuses. See, I'm God's example, what you can go through and still make it. 2.5 years old, I basically started the mirror test. I look in the mirror every morning at 2 o'clock, 2:25. Look at myself, I put myself in check. Have I completed everything I need to? Is there more to be done? See, you ask friends and family their opinion, and most of those people, I'll bet you half of them, probably ripped you off and took money and stole from you anyway. You allow people to cloud your direction. Can you stop doing that starting today, please? See, I got to be with Mrs. Hope. What a good name, Hope family. She dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier at the age of 3 years old, 6:30 in the morning until I was 9 years old. She even stuck me in the garbage can to get the food to feed me. Simple. I came across the Baptist church in Redondo Beach. Nice lady handed me a book. She says, this book has all the answers you're ever going to need, young man. I was nice. I said, thank you, ma'am. I walked away with the book. Here's a Bible. I'm just practically, I want to throw it away, stomp on it. I want to just rip it up. I want to just scream my head off. I'm 4.5, no mommy, no daddy. You didn't have a trash can, be used and abused. And you're going to hand me a book that says there's a God. Come on. So I opened the book, said, God, if you're real, show yourself. Show me what I can do. Because what you put me in is not acceptable to me. Is it acceptable to you? Ever since that day, everything I touch turns to gold. I got to be the janitor, all right, at 4 years old for the karate studio. I got Miss Popelka asking the whole school, why did I wear the same pants for 3 months? Mrs. Goodwin said, how did I cheat on the test since I did it in my head? Then they tell me I'm stupid because I write with both hands and talk at the same time. and it freaked him out. I still do that, by the way. From there, we got sad stories. Boo-hoo. Sorry, nobody cares at the end of the day. They really don't. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour. How can I help you? So you want me to rebuild you? Well, that's the best decision you made all day. No, I just know one thing. Nobody knows what I know on the planet, and if you do what I tell you to do, I get you to millionaire. If you don't, then it's on you. You got to man up or woman up. That's up to you. Okay, my stuff has been working for 44 years. I got 22 million millionaire clients and 20 billionaires. You want to be next? You can follow along today. Thank you for calling. All right. See, my first coma, I was 5.5 years old. I didn't get a bicycle like everybody else. I watched the kids play. I have this thing about cloning, so I can watch what you do in about 5 minutes and probably do it better than you. Okay, so again, I asked if I could borrow a bike that day. No problem. Delane Street, Torrance. Look at it. Plop. So I rode the bike for about 5 minutes. No problem. Whee! But then I forgot to should have watched another 6 minutes. I didn't know where the brake was. I'm going down the hill 40 miles an hour. I don't know where the brake is. Ah! My face hit the curb. I'm in a coma. What am I going to do? 5.5. Lady comes over and I finally wake up on the couch. All right, on Delane Street. She rings the bell and says, if you got to go pee-pee, let me know. I'll take you to the pee-pee. You're crippled. You can't walk anymore. That's nice. Thank you. She could have told me more, but she had no compassion at all. But I rang the bell that day to go pee-pee. She never showed up. So I rolled off the couch and I grabbed that ugly shag carpet. I yanked myself to the pee-pee. And then the voice inside that I've had since I was 4 said, get up. So I raised myself up on the pee-pee. From there, I walked away from the toilet that day. I got to die in a coma. So the goal is, I even worked for TG&Y. I was supposed to work that day, but I had to go stay after school due to an assignment. They killed everybody in TG&Y. Lucky I didn't go to work, they would have killed me. See, July 4, 2009, I got millions and billions helping people. My yachts are in my backyard. Where you park yours? And what happens? I find myself in a coma the next day. I get to hear someone trick my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney, stole everything I had. From there, I get to hear a nurse ask if I'm a donor. I ask my wife, she's going to rip out my heart and not give it back to me. So the bottom line is, then Jesus gave me a choice, stay in peace or go back. So the choice is, please, stop wasting time. You waste an hour a day on crap. Tomorrow morning, your assignment is to get up 1 or 2 hours earlier. You got to find that private time, that me time. All right? Because we don't know where we're going to die. Now, I did some research after the coma. My wife asked, can you reach out to your real parents? See if they'd help us now after all these years? No problem. I'll do what you ask, honey. Because a man has to respect his wife's request. Okay. See, this is Florence Bishop. This is Nancy Randall Farms. She's getting a plaque and in the newspaper from the President of the United States of America, all right, at 102. All right, from there's basically Mrs. Bishop. I found out my grandfather won the Olympics in 1932 for gymnastics, and in Los Angeles they called him Coach Bishop. See, all these people threw me away like I was a piece of trash. When I did reach out to my mother and father, their birth people, they gave me a restraining order. I can't even tell you who they are, okay? So I ask God every day, why am I here? I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. I went through everything you did and more, but I'm still here to help you. So I found my calling. It's very simple. Get out your tab and pen. Let's see if we can begin. Every time someone cuts you off in the freeway, someone gives you the bird, or someone really want to piss you off, do yourself a favor. Take a deep breath. Stopwatch. It's stopwatch time. You pray. It gives you back peace and you reload your thinking. That's what you should be doing. See, one of my books is simple. It's called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. See, being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. Okay? The bottom line is you got a choice. Where you're born, that has nothing to do where you're going to go. So don't get that in your mind. You feel sorry for yourself. The feel sorry for yourself is 3 seconds or less. All right? Maybe 3 minutes for you. All right? So we got to get you past go. Let's show you the Lamborghinis, the Duffys, the mansions. Let's show you how this white dude, all right, broke the record in 1981. See, white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. There's a lot of stupid people in the world that hold you back. And don't hold yourself back anymore, please. You got a choice today. Race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Dogs, yachts. How about the Ferraris? You're going to master Ray's rules. Got it? Because you're not going to bring the pain home anymore. Because that sucks. That's not acceptable. That's the reference of 3. So write down section 611 today. If you want to rebuild your credit yourself, go ahead. Next thing we have to understand, credit repair is a fraud. I didn't say it. The credit card, Federal Trade Commission says it every day. These people are collecting money up front they're not supposed to. But they haven't done a sweep, all right? Basically, they were going to do it before pandemic. I'm hoping they do it this year. Put them all out of business. So, credit repair, the bottom line is you think they have a magic wand. Mine's broken. Can I borrow yours? See, you got to basically understand something. A dead debt. Settled, paid off, bankrupt, whatever. Kill the debt. From there, credit rebuilding works. Because you have to be part of the program. It's up to you. I got the nickname of the Godfather Credit years ago. You got some choices. So let's give you the first 25 steps today. Is that okay with you? Get your credit reports for free. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. You can go to raisecredit.com. Doesn't matter to me. Need the report numbers. Now, I need you to get out your Social Security card. You know that thing in your personal wallet you actually never read front and back 100%? I want you to read it this time. I want you to realize what it was for. The SSN was created to create your 1040 tax return. That's what makes us a bunch of sheep and ducks. So the reality is, if we read the card front and back, it'll say flat out, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and it's property of Social Administration, not you. By the way, that's IRS. 1040 tax return, step 2. So we have the goal to understand. Now, Experian shows all 3. I like that, but I wouldn't use their boost. See, when you get these robocalls every day and all the junk mail, you actually did it to yourself, by the way. And I'll show you how I did that too. But the Experian Boost wants you to connect all your utility bill and light bill. They sell you on a mailing list. They want your bank account too. But again, it's a choice. So understand, Credit Karma, all right, it's free. All right. They're working with TransUnion. All right, they're Delaware Corp now out of San Francisco. So the bottom, there's no phone number to help you. So we got choices today. And then we have to talk about Equifax. Can you imagine? The credit reports were not accurate during the pandemic. Their system was doing it wrong. This means that people got higher interest rates, got denied for loans or houses, and got messed over. Let's put it that way. Not nice. But again, what happens? All right? That means maybe you got the house, you didn't get the house. This is not fair. If I had the time, I would put them in an irreversible bankruptcy. I'd bankrupt their whole damn system. Okay? And make them pay for everybody they screwed over. Okay? This guy on TV, I just wanted to spin kick him, but that was the old Ray, not the new one. All right? He's saying, well, we can go back to the creditor with a big smile and a little grin on his face. Going back to your creditor to refinance your house, that's $18,000. Is he going to pay the fee? I doubt it. So we have to understand, you got your first paycheck a long time ago. When you got your check, you had a problem. You looked at it and go, where's my money? Well, they get their cut before you get the leftover. That's how it works. SSN, all right, 1040 tax return, quack, quack, we're a bunch of sheep. So the IRS took their cut. We all worked for them. But did you know a long time ago, before you were born, 153 years ago, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution said corporation's a legal person under tax ID? You could actually learn how to play. And some of you have a corporation today while you're sitting there going, me, 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 me. You don't know diddly squat. Sorry to say, because it's true. I'm going to give you a guarantee in writing. If you're part of the program and we hold hands and sing Kumbaya and work with our specialists, I can get you to the millionaire. But again, you got to do your part. Okay? You got to be part of the program. Don't violate. Don't jack up cards. This side's going to move by itself. Isn't it fun? You cannot have your past chase your future. If you got a debt, you need to kill it, settle it, bankrupt, or whatever to it, that's fine. Or take them and negotiate. You got an IRS problem? Simple, irs.gov. Download a form called 656 right in front of you, 433A and B. Do an offering compromise. That's step number 3. Ultimate goal is very simple. So Rapid Rescore was created, all right, 36 years ago. Rapid Refresh too. When I was training Ken Yarborough, Security Chief at TRW and Experian, and Harold Stokes, one of my mentors, very simple, I created things that help you. So here's Rapid Refresh, 157 points in 45 days. So let's listen. If you allow me to do a rapid refresh on your credit, all 3 agencies, I will guarantee you a minimum of 750. There's a guarantee. Here's a nice lady. She has a 651 for 4 years. Why? I said, why are you only using half your credit cards? She's using, these are all zeros. Okay, it's not going anywhere. It's like, she can't get any more. My banker and my attorney told me to. Well, you got to quit listening to Dumb and Dumber. You have no green lights on the bottom. Rapid Rescore, green lights over here. See that? See, the goal is to get corporate credit as fast as possible because corporate credit's free money. You get to write off the interest rate in the credit card. All right, and that's the ultimate goal. Nice couple. They filed bankruptcy, went through some bad times. Their attorney said you can't get credit for 10 years. I got them both credit right away. Later in the car payment, got them $3,000. They can negotiate some of that debt. They're kind of screwed up. But again, getting you a 750 score is not hard to do, as long as you're part of the program and you do what you're asked to do. Simple, okay? We got choices. You're going to be assigned a specialist. This person is 800-510-3338. They're supposed to hold your hand and guide you to classes and me and make sure all the paperwork's done correctly. From there, if we're going to rebuild your credit, Rapid Rescore, all right, classes on Saturday, guarantee you 750, all right, you're going to spend $499, what the average person wastes in a given month anyway. You're going to get a $500 cash card back from me to reimburse yourself. It's that simple. And you're going to learn not to bring the pain home again. Next, it's a Zell. There you go. From here, your specialists, if they're not reaching out to you every month or so or every couple of weeks, you put them in check because you need to reach out to them. It's very simple. As we do this, if you refer people, you make up to $1,000 a day if you want to. So here, you got 800-536-3216. People will be calling a couple people, and maybe online you want to ask a question or two. Simple to do. I'm online 6 days a week, 7, all right, classes on Wednesday and Saturday, 8 classes too. I have no excuses, but neither do you. Now I need you to call a phone number, 888-567-8688. I want you to opt out the national mailing list and get off the mailing list. Slow down the robocalls and get rid of the junk mail too. That's step number 4 for you. Next thing is you got to plan the problem. What does that mean? I'll bet you've had people knock you down, rip you off, take money from you. Probably some friends and family member. Safety credit, write it down. The back of every credit card needs a sticky. Limit, you maintain 25% always. You never go past 29%. That creates your line of defense. Every dashboard says, literally, 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So your discipline has to be put in place so I can go build your corporate credit right away, step number 5. What happens most of the time when people have an emergency or lose their job, they all do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they go jack up their personal credit, which is wrong. So let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're all going to say no. All right, they always do. So if you look at this card here, this is a $5,000 card. For $5,000, if I maxed it out, the payment is $50 a month. The average person wastes $50 every other day. Now they also say, because we're going to learn some common sense, all right, you waste $140 a week. If that's true, if I max one of these $50,000 cards out today, the payment is $612.26. So even during a pandemic, I could buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through. Okay, so the bottom line, that's step number 6. If we play the game correctly, you have to believe in yourself and reach your goal. Me, I've reached every goal I've ever had. I have everything I want. I mean everything. If I want it, I go get it, period. I haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. All right, haven't had a bank account for 28. Don't need that. So the bottom line is very simple. I have everything but one thing. Being out there in front of thousands of people again. And that's my next goal. See, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick in 1981, I wanted to prove white men do jump. And stupid people say we can't. See, you got a lot of people in your life slow you down too. See it, believe it, go get it. So when Nixon took that gold standard out, none of you paid attention. I'm sorry, you probably didn't at all. I'm going to show you about that today too. So let's write down Ray's rules one more time. And this time let's write down 100,000. From there, if you use 29% only, that gives you safety credit of 71,000 in case blank hits the fan, lost your job, pandemic. Here's the problem. When you took your personal credit to start a business, okay, very simple, all right? Call back in 5, please. Thank you. You took your personal credit. You can't write off diddly squat at all. You took your money that's taxed already to start a business. I mean, that's called dumb and dumb and dumb and dumb. Okay, you didn't know any better. If you took corporate credit, all right, if you screwed up, you get to write it off. If you win, you get to absorb the taxation. So let's understand something. We have to rethink the right way. When you take your money and credit from your family and you roll the dice, start a business, I'm sorry, that just brings the pain home. We got to use Ray's rules. Step number 7 today, and we have to become a certified CFO. There's the rules. Google the address, people. You will find I'm one of the most factual and verified people on the planet. I'm not full of you-know-what, okay? I'm going to show you how to see it, believe it, go get it. All right, I'm going to give you the tools, not just motivate you too. H1N1, that wasn't any fun. From there, God's delays aren't God's denials. You fall off, you get back on again. Every race, there's a winner, there's a loser. Okay, which one do you really want to be? Now, a corporation's a legal person, so let's write it down. A corporation's a what? Legal person. Now, I was lucky while I was being used and abused at 7.5 years old. Mrs. Hope had a poker game every Wednesday night. All these rich and famous people going blah, 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 drinking and being ding-dongs. I wrote it down the night they said that. I went to the Torrance Police Department the next day because I knew there was a library next door. I walked in and said, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She walked away, came back, slammed the book down. "Here's a mark if he sees the book." She was a real, Anyway, so I read the book. So I was looking for a blueprint. By the way, it doesn't exist unless you use mine. Simple. So I went back to the library for 2 years, all right, because I started at 7.5 years old. At 9.5, I started Helping Hand Industries. I am the founder of Helping Hand Industries. 119,000 in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave as well. And I found out when I was 9.5, all corporations are free. All you pay is a filing fee. Simple. Number 1, we all get an SSN equals 1040. That means we get one chance not to screw up. That's why everyone's screwed up. A corporation gets a tax ID, but the problem when they sue a corporation, if you have one, they sue you. It makes you a duck. But the division process I created in 85, divisions get tax IDs. So the reality is a division saves your corp and you don't have to bring the pain where? Home ever again. I don't understand why you didn't have divisions in the first place. I've been teaching or preaching for 44 years. Let's look at line 1, legal name of entity or individual person. So a corporation or division or your name could be on line 1. Why are you bringing the pain home in the first place? I don't understand. You never had to. All right? Did anybody explain this to you? I created it. Does anybody know how to play besides me? See, divisions are the only way not to bring the pain home. Period. You don't have to juggle again. So let's understand today. Let's go back to that SS5 form, which you've never heard of SS5 till you met me. By the way, that's the SSN form. And then there's an SS4. So we got Buffalo's from IRS. Here we're tax to death. Here we pay no tax till we're profitable. So which should we do? We need to do both, right? So if we take corporate credit and finance itself, we can write it all off. Win, absorb the taxation. Lose, write it off too. Who's the duck? Not you. But again, you got choices. You got to balance this. Tax, no tax till you're profitable. Which would you like to try? Your personal life should be a break even. Anything above that, corporation. Because it absorbs the taxation. You get to reference the 3 and balance the debt. That's going to be up to you. Understand how to play the game and to win. Bottom line, don't apply for credit. Don't jack it up during the program. Pretty simple to follow through. Line 10 there in front of you in SS4 says banking and credit purposes, which makes this is all the write-off, interest rate and credit card. Your goal is to learn to play and balance the debt and stop bringing the pain home. Corporations are credit life because a corporation is a legal person. If I get you 10 cards per entity, there's your $1 million cash credit right away. Again, corporate credit's not taxable. It's not legal accounting advice, it's public record. We can play the game. So if you maintain the rules, we can get you up to the $1 million dream. Divisions and corporations both get cash credit. That way we have a second chance if we screw up. Every one of you that brought the pain home, if it was a division, your corp and you would have never felt the pain in the first place. But you didn't know how to play. I'm going to make sure you learn how to play from me starting today. 89 ways to use the division up to $1 million. Cats have 9 lives. From now on, so do you. This gives you your second chance, and you don't have to bring the pain home ever again. The only true way you can do this on this planet today. And countdown began. You have 130 days. 750 score. Corporate divisions need to be set up now. Today. Not tomorrow. Today. I have a boot camp coming up. It is September 23rd, 24th, 25th. If you can't go on Saturday, I understand and respect that. So I'll give you the copy, all right, of the film of that day, that too. Checkbook money, simple. The banks, I want you to have a B of A, Chase, or Wells Fargo bank. Okay? I want you to get checkbook money. I want that set up right away. You can get up to $5.4 million of checkbook money as long as you have a corp and 3 divisions. Our goal is to give you the foundation right away, and let's build it up for you. Leveraging money is pretty simple. That means I'm going to take you, if you're in my level 2 class, $1,000 up to $1.2 million of credit. Borrow money is not taxable. Again, leveraging. Do you want to own it or do you want to control it? Okay, it's going to be up to you. Now, my daughters, because I have 5 daughters and a little boy, all right, they'd all say, I want to own it and control it. No, I want you to think about it differently. And don't tell me what I want to hear. I want you to understand how to play the game. Every application requires a CFO. So if we look at this, how fast can I build you cash credit so you can use this money versus screwing up your personal life anymore? That's why you need to get in the program now, today. Again, you can be doing real estate, franchise, leveraging money, profit sharing. But when you write down the word division, remember me, I said it's buckets of money. Biggest problem when you do a business, you took what's called credit, your personal. You can't write an interest rate, a credit card, and you took your cash that was already taxable income to start a business. Screw up, you back yourself in a corner. When you have to pay tax. Use corporate credit. We get to write it all off. Win, we can absorb the taxation. And if we lose, we can write that off too. The only way to play the game. Don't worry when you retire. Your 401k is going bye-bye now. Your bills aren't going to go away. It's simple. You can learn to play. So you got a Millionaire's Founders Kit. All right, it's $999, 12 books and CDs. It's a Zell today. Ultimate goal. If you want the blueprint. Now you should put your hands out like this. And you should, this one should go quack, quack, I'm a duck, because you're a duck. You got an SSN, you only got one. And everything you touch is tax till we're dead. That's why it's called probate. And then you got SS4 over here. We don't pay tax until we're profitable. Oh, and if we buy a big yacht like Tiger Woods and everything else they do, we don't ever pay tax. See, the bottom line is learning how to play. But again, that's the IRS public record today. So if I wrote you a check for $1 million, what would you do? You'd act like, I'm rich, I won AGT, I won the lottery. And then when the dust settles out of $1 million, you get to keep $375,000. Rest goes into tax. Ultimate goal. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour. How can I help you? Yeah, I'm sorry. I was in a moment there. Okay. So how can I help you? You're a client from 8 years ago. Okay. You worked and you screwed it all up. Well, congratulations. Well, the bottom line is you're talking to me now. I got clients for 30 years, 40 years, 20 years that keep coming back anyway. I have their kids, and kids. Say, I'm going to stay 29 forever. Okay? Simple. All right, so what do you need to do? Well, you said you screwed everything up, so start over. Okay? Get into the credit rebuilding, probably in the corporate package. Well, the package that I sold you for $5,000 right now literally is going for $1,999, and I'm building it for you. Okay? You don't just get $5,000, you get $25,000. Yeah, I'm going crazy, yeah. All right, I'm giving it away. That's all right. All right, thanks for calling. So, if the money goes into a corporation, no tax is due till we're profitable. So we can do all the things we're allowed to do. But again, that's up to you to learn how to play to win the battle. Step number 8 today. So Mary had a problem. Not that she had a little lamb. Mary's problem, she used $98,000 of her personal credit. She took her perfect 800 score and dropped it to a 591. Plop. She dropped that sucker so fast, she asked her CPA and attorney, and she gave $10,000 apiece. She goes, what did I do? What was their response? Me. I'm sorry, they have no idea how to friggin' do this. Okay? Alright? Bottom line is simple. Here's Mary's problem, here's your problem. If you have a corporation, when they sue it, they sue you. If you have divisions, you create the line of defense because you become a CFO. So the goal is very simple, how we do this. So let's understand how to play the game. In other words, if Mary's restaurant that filed bankruptcy because she's a corporation, they went after her, she's the founder, she's the officers list, and she lost her home, her husband divorced her. He says, I didn't sign up for that. Okay, it's very simple. If the restaurant was a division, kind of like Geico leaving California, 38 locations, bankrupting millions, probably $1 billion, they get a tax credit. See, the divisions are your buffer, your line of defense. You don't have a problem with the corp, you don't have a problem with you. You don't have the intent to do fraud, but have the intent to protect your family. But again, you can learn to play the game if you want to. It's going to be up to you. Business is a game. I wrote that. Business is a game, playing the game of business 44 years ago. Doesn't matter if it's grocery stores, Sam's Club, banks. They use branch numbers and tax IDs, subsidiaries. I want you to start using divisions and tax IDs. I want you to learn to play starting number 9 today. Cities file bankruptcy. How would that happen? I went to the court building to verify what I knew. What did you do? You sat there going, beep, 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 didn't pay attention. When you watch the news today, I want you to look behind the curtain from now on. Okay, don't hear the story. Think about how that story happened, what's behind it. The United States of America Incorporated sets up 50 corporations called states. There's 50 states, by the way. Every state set up cities, they're corporations too. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy because they planned the problem which you don't plan for you under the Federal Protection Act. From now on, you don't bring the pain home because I said so. We're going to teach you to play. Apple files bankruptcy in 97, out of business. Bill Gates, they said he was the richest guy on the planet. Not true. He had $94 billion. I'll give him that. But he got indicted 4 times for running a monopoly. Indictment's in front of you. What did he do for Apple? He wrote a check for $150 million from a line of credit. That's borrowed money. It's not taxable. He even let them pay the payment on that money too. Very simple. I want you to take very seriously right now to write down Google. I want you to search bankruptcy. I want you to look at SSN, SS4. I need you to make the best decision you can to protect your family from now on. When blank hits the fan the next time, is it SSN in the family? or is it a corporation or division or SS4? You make the decision that day. Step number 10. Divisions are the only way on this planet you can make sure you don't bring that pain home. You never juggle again. So understand, your goal is simple. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. I get to do a peekaboo. I don't waste inquiries like you do. Understand something. Corporation, you got one? Good. I'll build you the cash credit you don't have today. I even teach you how to be the CFO. You're assigned to specialists. They're supposed to hold your hand every step of the way and get you to the classes and guide you to me. Ultimate goal, starter package. Can you imagine? The national average for a corporation right now is $1,600. Right now, LegalZoom is $998. You don't do dilly squat, they charge you the stock and the filing fee. In California, there's no filing fee. So, it's amazing. Rebuild the credit, 750 score. Articles free. OS list, alright, tax ID setup level 1, Wednesday and Saturday. Alright, learning how to play the game. You're stuck with me live. For $999, I'm giving you $5,000 of credit rebuilding your life. And I'm guaranteeing it. Now you have no excuse. The average person wastes $1,000 a month. Million in the making? How about $1,999 and I give you $25,000 of credit? See, no excuses anymore. Because you and I are going to hold hands for 6 months to a year, or maybe a lifetime, to make sure I get you to billionaire. Zelle is simple. Ray Reynolds recipient. My email address, ray@racecredit.com. Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So if that specialist is not reaching out to you every week or two, you put them in check. You get them on that phone, you put them in check. See what needs to be done next. You got to set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Run your race, beat your doubt, get out of your way, get out of my way. Step 11 today, simple. Getting past go, I can show you the millions and billions of goodies. I can show you God's gift, a house in the harbor as well. Largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. The yachts and race boats that say the Ray Reynolds University too. From there, helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings. See, I like all the goodies, don't you? But again, that's how you offset tax. It's very simple to do. Driver's license as of today, write a note. I want it changed to P.O. Box or mailing address. Raise rules, Privacy Act. Alright, step 12. Alright, stop bringing the pain home. It's very simple to do. From there, everywhere you go, everywhere we go, I don't care if it's Walmart, whatever you drive, Crazyville, we're in it now. We're truly in hell at times. This guy is basically at the getting coffee. He takes his wife Mary to church, his a son and daughter and grandkids every Sunday. He's a great guy. He decides to go, I fell down. Then he sets back up. No, it hurt him the first time, so he does it again. He just wanted his $10 million lawsuit. See, it's kind of like when you buy a car. You do it wrong anyway. We're going to do it my way from now on. Raise rules. You see, you let them sweat you for 5 hours. You lost $5,000. You got 9 inquiries. But you know what? All you had to do on that piece of paper they gave you is next to your signature, write down allows 1 inquiry and take a picture. You could have stopped that day. So that's step 13. Stop bringing the pain home. Up to you. Car, house, everything you do. So if we look at a car, it's fleet price tax ID division. Write it down. Fleet price tax ID division. So then you get to drive a company car. Doesn't show up on personal reports. You get to write it all off and become a CFO. Simple. Oh, come on, you see this stuff all the time. I watch a video on YouTube and I get all this, were you a passenger? Were you the driver in a bumpity bump? Let me know, I'm a bloodsucker. Well, that's what they are. They're encouraging bumpity bumps. A bunch of them got caught in Los Angeles 2 weeks ago, 30 of them. The attorneys, the chiropractors, all of those bloodsuckers. All right? All this phony crap out there. You got to watch your back. So, registered owners of division, then you get dilly squat. If it's you, good luck. It's simple. So you got step 14. Planning the problem, stop bringing the pain home. Pretty simple. Cats have how many lives? 9. How many lives would you like to have today? Alright, so you never bring the pain home again and you get your second chance. That's the only way to play. Every piece of property you ever obtain as an investor should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you. Your paycheck should be an offset of your taxes of your house payment to break even. From there, the billionaires, they don't pay tax. Why would they? Oh, this new thing Biden put in place, oh goody. I guarantee you there's always a way to play the game not to pay tax. Okay, 10 billion, no tax on Amazon, no tax on trillion. So you got to learn to play the game. It's very simple. See, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Now, Musk is going to end up buying Twitter at a discount. That's how he does business anyway. He's got a spaceship. The other guy's got a spaceship. The other guy's got a spaceship. They don't pay tax because it's based on if you make a profit. You're not taxable till you're profitable. As long as your business is growing, you're never going to be really profitable because you're going to create debt for the next business process. And you'll be able to break even and win the battle. So 800-536-3216. I'm online 6 days a week, live, having fun helping people understand how to play because I wrote the rules anyway. So you got specialty classes all the time at 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. So I got a stock kit class, I got a real estate class, I have nonprofit, tax balancing, leveraging money, Dun & Bradstreet, division, subdivisions, daisy chaining. And this Saturday at 2:30 is basically about real estate. How we can bring in billions of dollars in real estate. Now, credit repair doesn't work, it's a fraud. You gotta basically man up, woman up, you owe a debt, you might have to solve a problem. But again, building, credit rebuilding does work. That's why they nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit years ago. If you allow me to do a 750, all right, I'll get you the 750 doing basically a rapid rescore. There's the goal. $499. That's a giveaway right now. Okay? $500 the average person wastes in a given month. So $499, you get a $5,000 or $500 card back to you. Reimburse yourself. You're in classes. All right, you get a 750 guarantee. And it's simple. Step number 15, ultimate goal. And you're assigned a specialist to hold your hand. Starter package for a millionaire, rebuild the credit, articles free, also has tax ID set up in level 1. Simple. $999. And you're stuck with me on a Wednesday and Saturday if you want either one or both, and you get $5,000 of credit back to you. Ultimate goal. Millionaire in the making, $1,999 currently, you get 13 times your money back. And this one's going back to the $2,500 starting next week. It's simple. They better do it now. Ultimate goal is very simple. $25,000 in cash credit back. Again, it's going to be basically simple. Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. You see, how fast do you want me to get you some cash credit for the corporation so you can write it off and finance that American dream? Specialist doesn't bother you every week or two. You get on that phone and you put them in check. That's the goal. See, run your life through a corporate in conjunction. That's step 16. All right, that'll help you protect your family too. But again, you have to become a certified CFO. So let's remember, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. You today get a paycheck called taxable income. You're paying the car payment, gas, registration, insurance, and I tell you flat out right away, all right, understand something, the answer is no. Please do not, basically, all right, keep the way you do the car. It's complete write-off. It's very simple. So as you do this, I'd like you to get a corporate car instead, so you can write it all off like I do. Step 17. If we're going to play, we should play to win. So we look at basically the SS4 again, line 10, says banking credit purposes. Okay, IRS public record. So again, step 18, which means every one of you can go to irs.gov and download an SS4 form starting today. Right away to find out I'm telling you the truth, and you no longer have to be a duck. The reality is very simple. So when we look at the United States of America Incorporated, they set up their 50 corps and the cities and everything else, and they create the line of defense, all right, themselves, like I'm trying to get you to do, and they create that Chapter 9 bankruptcy. You have to go back to basics and remember, we are the people. We, the people, have the constitutional right to incorporate. Okay, very simple. From there, ever since Nixon took that gold standard out, every woman is federally mandated that the baby must have an SSN form before the baby's allowed to leave the hospital, period, so they can print money and bond the baby. Baby's not getting a job. But again, before mama puts that baby in that stroller, car seat, goes home, she's got to get an SSN for the baby. So when we buy a house, it's Ray's rules. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. If you have a house today, it's not in a trust. That means if they sue you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in a probate. Your family got diddly squat. Next thing you have to understand is if you fix up a property, you hire that contractor. That hires a subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. All right, good workers, but what if they slip, fall, and cut corners? The ultimate goal is simple. All right, if you don't plan the problem like I tell you to do, what's going to happen is they're going to take everything you got. I'd rather give them diddly squat. But again, it's up to you. So I would think about looking at irrevocable trust. But that's what I would suggest for you. But do what you want. You're a grown-up. This is step 19. Ultimate goal is very simple to do. Stop bringing the pain home. So I get people all the time, literally, that say, I don't want to pay tax rate. I say, stop it. Knock off the nonsense. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. If you need to, go back to irs.gov. Do the offering compromise 656 433 A and B. The ultimate goal is very simple. From there, get your free money back. All right. Main thing, corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. So now you have step 20. All right, and become a certified CFO. So when you fix up a property, you want to buy at wholesale price. I am the original OPM, so I'd say set up divisions. You get to save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow could pay off the debt for you while you're selling the house. From there, you got up to $200,000 left over. This is where people tend to kind of waste it away. I would teach you to leverage that to $15 million. Raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable, and it's line of defense. Very simple to do. So that is step 21. It's called blackjack. Ultimate goal, become what? A CFO. So here's the Ray Reynolds University. It's very simple to understand. This is my building, all right, back basically then, all right, and what happens is, all right, doing up to $1 million a day. Can you imagine $1 million a day? All it took is 10 to 15 people to Zelle, or actually didn't have Zelle back then, wire that 10% for $1 million. But again, God had another plan for me to go and come back. Probably to prove I can do it again and again, which I've done many times now. So you could become a certified CFO. Okay, you can get checkbook money. It's ultimate goal. It's very simple. All right, ultimate thing is up to you. I like the checkbook money. Okay, because it makes sense. I don't have to pay for anything until I use it, and I don't have to maintain 29%, up to $5.4 million. It's a corporation in 3 divisions. Okay, I have 2 of my clients texting me while I'm live, and they're on here, asking me a question. Can I talk to them right now? I'm kind of busy. I can't talk to 2 people at once. Okay, but the reality is, it's up to, let me finish what I'm doing. All right, and you think I might be exhausted mentally for 5 minutes? So leveraging money, that's the ultimate goal. Borrow money is not what? Taxable. I think that's one of the greatest gifts about money. You can turn it into more money, and that's the goal. Reference of 3. Corporation is sued, they come after you. Line of defense, all right, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, ultimate goal. We don't want to bring the pain home. That's the ultimate thing. Tax ID division, which you should have done a long time ago. All right, that would be the duck versus you. So as we do this, step 22. All right, stop bringing the pain home. So you have to think about something. Like I said earlier, all right, do you want to own it or to control it? Okay, you have to understand how to play. What are you willing to lose? Family? No. Corporation? They sue that, they tend to sue you. If you create a line of defense called divisions, like the banks, grocers, Geico, and everything else, we might play chess and lose pieces on both sides, but at the end of the day, we can both get checkmate. We can win. That's step 23. All right, stop bringing the pain home. So let's understand. All right, you have the choice to refer people to make up to $1,000 today. So you got 800-536-3216. You can text a question right now too as well. Ultimate Goal, 6 days a week, live classes on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. You can invite friends and family too. All I know is this is not my car, but I do have the keys. Boom, boom. All I know is company cars. So we look at reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. We look at Ray's rules, and we turn people into millionaires, as long as they have a corporation in 3 divisions, and they become a certified CFO. So again, classes all the time, like setup and level 1 Wednesday and Saturday. That's the goal. So let's understand that today. So what we do is never have joint credit. It makes no sense. It gets in the way. I'm waiting for some people to remove some joint or some terminated accounts or just silly things, authorized user stuff. It's in the way, okay, of getting more credit for the corporate you. From there, all right, when you buy a house, it's Ray's rules. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, very simple. It's a piece of paper. You got to give it life. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and the line of defense. Using Ray's rules, getting bonus cash credit, financing that American dream, and write it all off. Win or lose, you don't bring the pain home. Bonus cash credit. Step 24. So the ultimate goal is very simple. Second quarter ends, third quarter begins, countdown. We have only 130 days to make sure our foundation's in place. So it needs to be done today. Okay, you got boot camp coming up 23rd, 24th, 25th. Ultimate goal. It's $1,000 a day for your asking. So it's $29.99. From there, it's simple. All right, specialists are holding your hand every step of the way. Credit rebuilding works, credit repair, it's a fraud. You got to be part of the program. 750 score, as long as we do a rapid refresh and we do it at work together, and you do what you need to do, I do what I need to do, I can guarantee that every day. So we rebuild the credit, rapid rescore, put you in classes, all right, make sure we guarantee the 750, and then you pay $499, a giveaway. And you still get $500 cash credit back to you to reimburse your money. Simple. I like simple. It's called the KISS method. Starter package is Millionaire, $9.99, Corp Articles Office Tax ID, setup level 1, Wednesday and Saturday, and you get $5,000 back to you. And then Millionaire in the Making, $1,999, all those goodies, and you get $25,000 credit back to you. It's always a Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So you will become the corporate millionaire as long as you do your part. I'll do my part too. Because the banks and the grocery stores, and Sam's Club, cities, all right, they're still in business. You have the ability to reference the 3, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, all right, and all right, program yourself into millionaire. It's very simple. We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Ultimate goal. So the final step today, all right, is get a hold of a specialist. If you don't assign one, call the office and get assigned to one. 800-510-3338. Ultimate goal. We do our best. God does the rest, and we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all. Anybody can stop this? I got James on the class and then hit it out.